German philosopher Martin Heidegger said, "Thinking begins only when we have come to know that reason, glorified for centuries, is the stiff necked adversary of thought," meaning thinking actually has always been an enormously difficult and a greatly complexing task in the world because thinking has always had its own complications, difficulties, conflicts, and problems that just cannot always be overcome by anyone or everyone in the world, obviously because of their own internal chaos and ignorance and desperation and frustration, pride, vanity, ego, jealousy, and the list just goes on. So we are so consumed by the external world and by outside distractions that we cannot focus on our thinking either or on its development and pursuit. And being able to think with absolute character, clarity, purpose, intention, integrity, morality, sovereignty is always going to require a great deal of effort, intention, and power and strength, emotional, mental, and psychological, from the individual man who is going to do so. And it also requires a person simultaneously to come to the identification and recognition of his own ignorance and pride, vanity, arrogance, aggression, etc., that basically stifles his ability to think with reason, criticality, character, morality, authenticity, maturity, moderation, etc. So all these bad things prevent man from thinking reasonably and from thinking with clarity. And that's why it is very important to clear our own mind first and to clear the clutter from our souls and hearts as well. And then we have to basically look at what the society and the culture and the governments have been saying and preaching for centuries. That is that reason is everything. If we have reason, if we can use reason and actualize it, then we will be able to achieve almost anything, including happiness, contentment, satisfaction, etc. But thinking is not always reason. Real thinking, which is rich in character, clarity, intention, is not always connected with the ability to reason or rationality. Rationality is stifling. It stifles growth, progress, learning. Rationality kills the prospect for thinking with clarity, because rationality and reason are statistical and limited conditions that can help us deal with circumstances and situations, but cannot help us achieve growth, prosperity, learning, happiness, etc. Because reason is the direct enemy of thought itself. So when there is thought,